Welcome to Anytime Touchdown on the Hammer.bet. Reminder to go to the Hammer.bet, sub to this video channel, sub to the audio podcast, smash a like if you're watching the video as well. Every week, Jason and I run through our favorite Anytime Touchdown props of the week. And Jason, I wanted to start off with this one just for you. Deebo Samuel, 2 touchdowns in this game, maybe 3.
Don't hate it. Gonna have to cover him. Gonna have to cover McCaffrey. Someone's gonna be open.
You would have to think so. I was trying to find like which ones I really like. It's really weird with the teams that specifically this week are on bye are some of the teams that I do like to target. You have a lot of these high end receivers, and usually that opens up the back end of those teams, whether it be with the build like Reggie Gilliam or Shakir or Isaiah McKenzie. Like some of my favorite guys to target for longer anytime touchdown odds are just off the board because we're missing all these really good offenses.
Yeah, I do think one thing with McCaffrey, just his first week, he might not be the featured back, or they might not, play him too much outside of certain packages or whatever. Get him kind of acclimated to the new team and offense, and then he'll really bust out next week versus the Rams.
I can see it. What are you targeting from down the board this week?
Mercedes Lewis, 14-1. I think time to bring Mercedes Lewis back. Let's see.
Why Mercedes Lewis? I'm very curious.
I just saw 14-1. I wanted somebody in the Packers game, and I don't think Rodgers really trusts these rookie receivers, and Randall Cobb's hurt, so it's Alan Lazard and some running backs, and somebody else gonna have to catch the ball every now and then. Packers gonna have to score some touchdowns, and they've been pretty disappointing in the last 2 weeks. So something's got to change.
No love for DeGuara at 19-1 in that game instead of
Lewis?
I
mean, anything at big numbers. Let's have some fun. Aaron Rodgers to score a touchdown 6-1. Get crazy in that game.
All right, so that was not on my radar, so now it is. Thank you for that. Anything else from down the list? Like we still have Jelani Woods at almost it's plus 380. Almost 4-1. He tends to score like once every 2 weeks.
Jaylen Warren, I mentioned him last week on the Steelers. I still think they're going to find ways to get him the ball, get him touches. He's 6.5-1. I thought that's a pretty good price. And then Kyle Juszczyk, all the attention is going to be on Deebo. All the attention is going to be on McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, Kittle. They got a lot of different options in San Francisco, but I'll always play Juszczyk at 7.5-1. I think that's a good number.
Does that just end up being an auto bet for you every week?
Yeah, I try not to overbet it, kind of like Parham. I know I'm going to bet it, and 7.5-1 happens to actually be a good number. And he is in the red zone offense. He is a favorite target of Garoppolo, so he's got a lot of things going for him. I just think also it's a good spot. I think all the attention, everyone thinks McCaffrey is going to play a ton this week, and I don't think he is.
All right. Well, is there anything else that you're looking at for an anytime touchdown?
I got a bunch more. Like Packer game on the Commander side, Brian Robinson plus 180. I think they're gonna rely on him as the featured back. Wouldn't surprise me. See him score a touchdown. The 3 guys on the Falcons I've been betting every week seem to come through in one combination or another. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and Marcus Mariota plus 195, plus 230, plus 270 all DraftKings. I like those. And I think the rookie wide receivers I mentioned, you're going to make more money betting rookie wide receivers to score touchdowns each week, as opposed to trying to pick a guy to win the offensive rookie of the year. This week, I like Garrett Wilson on the Jets. I think, especially with Moore sitting out, sort of same thing. Someone's going to have to catch passes. So give me Garrett Wilson plus 270 here.
With Moore sitting out, any love for Mims in that game? Although he's plus 450, I was hoping he'd be much deeper than that.
I guess he'll be active. He'll probably finally get an opportunity. It's just the Zach Wilson's more of the problem for me.
Well, it's funny you say that because like in that game, it's because Dulcich is now up to like plus 350, which is kind of crazy. Mims at plus 450. Even Garrett Wilson at plus 270 all seems fine. There's actually like three back on the odd sheet I actually really like. Zach Wilson plus 650. Not
That's
afraid to run.
high for a quarterback.
Yeah, especially a quarterback who runs and calls his own number inside the red zone. I think that's a pretty good price. And then Broncos D, Jets D, both 7-1. One of those teams is scoring a defensive touchdown. It's happening.
Yeah, I don't hate a 7-1 defensive touchdown. I think we often overlook the defensive touchdowns. So, you know, those definitely good to point out. And Russell Wilson's kind of injured. He's definitely playing through some stuff.
Well, it's funny too, because like you take a look at the Niners and Chiefs game, and like Niners D is plus 475 to score. Chiefs D is plus 550. It just strikes me in a game with now, especially with an injured Russell Wilson, two turnover prone quarterbacks, bad offenses, good defenses, that you're getting both those at 7-1 versus crappy defenses that, I mean, maybe that the Chiefs D can score, but it's not like, man, Patrick Mahomes throws a bunch of pick sixes.
Yeah, let me check real quick. I just want to see if anything. Hold on. Broncos. Yeah, the only problem with the Broncos and the Jets game, with the reason they're so high, I'm guessing, is because total's like 38. So they're expecting probably slightly slower pace game, less possessions. So when you have less possessions, you would have, less likely a chance of forcing a defensive touchdown. So I could see why the price is so high there compared to some of the other prices on the board. It probably just has to do with total.
Well, I mean, the total can most definitely play into it, but I mean, you might have fewer opportunities, but you have two quarterbacks who are very willingly going to try to hand the ball over to the other team versus the other games where, more plays, but more efficient in the non-turnover category.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's like Steelers D 7-1 with a returning Tua. Steelers D isn't terrible. We just saw them play pretty well last week, and it's crazy to see that Jaylen Warren number that you talked about solely because, like Myles Gaskin is 7-1 in that game. Like Myles Gaskin doesn't touch the ball unless like people.
Well, do we know who's starting? Do we know who the starting quarterback is in that game?
It looks like it's going to be Pickett.
It looks like it's going to be Pickett coming off a concussion. Okay, don't hate it. I think I like George Pickens plus 285. Same thing, rookie wide receiver. I think he's probably got a better connection with Pickett than Trubisky, although Trubisky did get the job done last week. Still not excited. Where's Trubisky on the list? Is he even listed for anytime touchdown?
Let's see. Trubisky.
I don't see him. So I don't even think he's gonna. They don't think he's gonna play if he's not listed.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I think that Pickett is expected to pass concussion protocol later on Friday, so that would vault him back up into being the starter.
Yeah, so it's this is the concussion bowl. You got Tua and Pickett coming back off nice little injuries there. That'll be interesting. It's a lot of nice narrative to play into there.
Yeah, the odds aren't very good on it, but there's like random losers in the Titans and Colts game that I can all see scoring touchdowns between, I mentioned Jelani Woods, Mo Alley Cox, Dontrell Hilliard, Jeff Swaim, Chigozamen Okongwo is another one from that game. He's 15-1. He got a touchdown like 2 weeks ago. Like they throw it to so many random people on these two teams because no one is good.
I don't watch a lot of Colts games, admittedly, because of all the choices of games to watch. The Colts are probably in like bottom 5 of teams I have any interest in watching. But when I do see them on Red Zone, or I look at the box scores, it seems like every week they have a tight end score, or a tight end score even 2 touchdowns, and I pick the wrong one every week. Like Jelani Woods, I never would have picked him. I know who he is. I just never would have picked him. Scores 2 touchdowns when I don't, Mo Alley Cox scores when I don't bet him, doesn't score when I do. I can't figure the Colts out. So, I'm going to rely on you there for what's up with the Colts. I can't, I have not won anything with them all season.
Yeah, I've lost a lot of money betting against the Colts in terms of sides because they're terrible, yet they find some way to not only cover, but win games. And I'm still not sure how that happens, even after watching them. But anyway, here we are. Anytime touchdowns you can think of?
Yeah, who signed Deshaun Jackson this week? What team's he on?
The Ravens, but I don't think he's playing.
He's not. Are you sure if is he even listed? He should be playing. Or is he? Are they on a bye week this week? I don't even know what's up with the Ravens.
No, but I don't believe that he is going to be active this week for Baltimore.
Yeah, I don't see it listed. I wonder if somebody posts him on Sunday, if you get a crazy number. I mean, it's kind of guy is active to score touchdowns. He's not there to play special teams. Can get the ball in his hands and try to get in the end zone. Besides that, I noticed the Chargers, Michael Bandy was playing early. I think he was signed off the practice squad. He's plus 330. I was interested in him. I think Parham has a concussion. Not sure he's going to be cleared this week, but it's about it. Like I said, rookie receivers, you like any of them? I think there's value on them to score touchdowns.
Well, thank you, Jason. At Spreadopedia on Twitter. That is the Week 7 edition of Anytime Touchdown on the Hammer.bet. Reminder to go to the Hammer.bet for all of your sports betting needs, whether you're recreational, casual, super serious. The Hammer.bet is where you need to be to find the coverage that you want. I'm Pat Mayo. We'll see you next week.